When you turn on TV for Marriott, you have this menu. Then you could go to Internet TV. This TV does not have an option for direct HDMI connection, nor does the controller have an input button. So there is no way to connect the HDMI device to this TV, even though the provided box does have HDMI inputs, but they don't work. So when you have the box powered on, connected through the Ethernet port here and connected to power, then when you unplug the box from the main HDMI port and you plug in your device, you do get the image from your device, but the volume is locked at 99 and you cannot lower the volume. This does not work. It's always set at 99. What's up, you guys? So in this video, I'm going to be showing a solution to an issue I've encountered in a couple Marriott hotels. The issue that I'm referring to is that the remote control for your television does not have an input button. So for me, when I travel, I usually bring my PlayStation 4 Pro and my Apple TV 4K along with a traveling router. And usually it's straightforward. You could use the HDMI ports on the TV itself, and on the remote control, you could just put input and it'll switch it. Sometimes it doesn't have it, and there is an option in the menu where you can click on, and it's called HDMI Direct Connect. And then once you do that, it enables the HDMI ports on the box that Marriott installs on the TV. You could put your devices there. So for this instance, that option is not available on my TV. It doesn't show the HDMI Direct Connect option. The remote control does not have an input button. So this is the box, or one of the boxes that Marriott uses on their hotels. It does have HDMI ports on it, and it works when you have the option for the HDMI Direct Connect. In this case, it doesn't have it, so I can't use it. So it's usually connected to the main one here. You take off this connector and connect your device, then the volume is set at 99 and you cannot lower the volume. The box is only connected through the Ethernet port, but the power is not powered on, and that's the only connection that connects that box to the TV. So once you turn off the TV, unplug the box from power, plug in your HDMI device to the TV and turn it on, then you're able to lower the volume, both with the controller, in my case, the Apple TV controller. So every time you turn off the TV, you have to always lower down the volume. It never saves it. So because I have both devices, and at the moment only the main HDMI port works, then one option is just to be using them one at a time, but that is not efficient. So after doing some research, I found out that you could buy a HDMI switch, which in my case, I bought one that has 2 inputs and it's for 1 output. This is the HDMI switch that I bought on Amazon. So in this video, I'm going to be unboxing this and testing it out with a TV here at the hotel, because this was an extra device that I bought. Then I bought another HDMI cable because I didn't have one available to me. I bought the Anchor one that I bought for the PlayStation 3. So this is a Yano HDMI 2.1 two-way switcher that I bought from Amazon. It supports 8K at 60 Hertz. Like I said, this is the Anchor 8K Ultra Speed HDMI cable. So this is what you get in the box. You get the actual HDMI switch. Then you get a USB-C to USB-A cable. You get a little 3M sticky pad, I guess, to secure this in place, and instructions in the box. So this is how it looks. You have the button here to switch. You connect 2 different devices to it. Yeah, you have the 2 HDMI ports, and then you have 1 HDMI output, and then this is to power up the device. So it says that this device is a bi-directional HDMI switch with 3 HDMI interfaces and 1 USB-C port for the 5 volts power source. To use this as a HDMI switch, the power supply is not required. You can use this as a splitter, then you need the power device. You need to connect this cable. So now I'm gonna be unboxing the Anchor Ultra High 8K HDMI cable. This is the cable that I bought. So I'm going to be using this cable as the output cable that connects to the TV. And then the other HDMI cables that I have connected on the Apple TV and on the PlayStation 4 Pro, I'm going to put them here as inputs. So right now I'm going to be connecting my Apple TV and also my PS4 Pro to the HDMI switch. I have a PlayStation 4 Pro connected. So once I connect this connector here, then the light turns on here. Once you hit the button, the lights indicate which path is open. So right now, this one is the Apple TV 4K. So that path is open. And then this path is the PlayStation 4 Pro. So right now I'm going to be testing out this one. See if I can get any image on the TV and if I can lower the volume down. So I connected the HDMI switch to the main HDMI port, and right now I have selected the Apple TV 4K. So it's currently on, and as you can see, it's on. So now moment of truth is if I can lower the volume or not. And as you can see, I can lower the volume. So I'm going to be selecting the PlayStation 4 Pro. I'm going to turn on the PlayStation. As you can see, it's getting on. You see, it's working. PlayStation's on. And with the hotel remote, you can start lowering the volume. I have both devices on, so with the hit of the button, it switches to the Apple TV, and then hit it again, it switches to the PlayStation 4 Pro. It works. And it works for my setup, especially if I encounter this issue. Not all the Marriotts that I stay has type of remote. Some remotes have the actual inputs.